People say racism is over. They say racism is over in America. It's like, we had a black president for almost 8 years now, and look how we treated him. So, it's 2015, and this Halloween, Blackface was a debate. We were debating Blackface this Halloween. It's 2015. And the debate wasn't like whether or not like you should do it. It was whether or not Blackface is offensive. And, like, this happened on a teacher in Decatur, Alabama, in our fair state of Alabama, went as Kanye West, and he like shoe polished his face up. He went in full blackface, and so people on social media were like, "Well, it's not offensive, and here are the reasons why." And you know, and then other people were like, "Well, it is offensive, and here are the reasons why." Let me just take a quick poll. Who says like blackface, going in blackface, is offensive? Like, all right, maybe not quite enough hands, isn't it? Okay. But my point is, I'm sorry, I'm just really distracted by my Twitter app. Like, okay, these comedians came in from Seattle, you know, like I did a little homework ahead of the show, and I was like, oh, check them out on Twitter and whatnot, and I followed the comedians, and you know, like, and Mike Coletta, very great, funny man. He followed me back, and Monica Nevi, you know, very great, funny woman. She didn't follow me back, and I don't know. I just got self-conscious. It's just really distracting. And I'm sorry. What was I talking about? Blackface, right? Blackface. Yes. Okay. No, it's not a matter of it is or is not offensive. That's like walking into a conversation where like a whole bunch of people are like, numbers are even. And then like a whole bunch of other people are like, numbers are odd. And you're like, well guys, I mean like, you're both right, but you're also both wrong. Like, it's not a matter of it is or it isn't. You know, like there is nothing that is or is not offensive. It's just a matter of percentages, you know, like how much of society finds it offensive. Like, I support your right to go out in blackface. What I can't get behind is if you go out in blackface and you live in this world where you're like, nobody's offended by this because this isn't offensive. That's all I ask, is like you understand that you're offending people. Because if you're gonna take that train of thought, if you're gonna say, blackface is fine because it isn't offensive, because I know and I believe that it isn't offensive. It's like, you could call the president of NAMBLA and he will tell you that butt stuff with little boys isn't offensive, and here are the reasons why. You know, but like society, like a very large percentage of society has decided that butt stuff with little boys is offensive on the whole. The WHOLE Huntsville, you guys are sick. But it's, you know, like, it's a matter of percentages is what I'm saying. Blackface, you know, like it's not is or is not. Offensiveness in general is such a weird topic because like I have all these friends that are in comedy and doing comedy, and when you bring up clean comedy, they act like you said a dirty word. They're like, oh, clean comedy, no. I could never do clean comedy. And I think it's because they think that when I say clean comedy, I mean like Kirk Cameron, later years comedy. That's not what I mean. I just mean like, watch the fucks and the shits. You know, like just not as many fucks and shits as other sex as clean comedy. You know, like it's, there's a place for profanity. And, you know, but there's some projects where you might not be able to be profane, you know? Like if you were working in retail, I'm sorry, I keep checking Twitter and like still nothing, like, you know, like we all hung out and like we watched Fargo and we binge watched the first season of Last Man on Earth. I figured there'd be a follow back by now. I'm supposed to be doing comedy. I'm sorry, I got distracted. What were we talking about? Clean comedy. I have a friend who does stand-up comedy in town, and we were supposed to be doing a clean like festival concert, okay? There was a festival concert, and there was like a barbecue, and there were like kids around. So basically the guy said, you can be edgy, it doesn't have to be Kirk Cameron material, just watch the fucks and the shits. That's all, that was our advice. And my friend, this comic, I don't want to name her by name, I don't want to embarrass her. I get in trouble for that a lot. Let's just call her Pariah, Okay, so Pariah goes up to the hosting, and she's slated first. So this is the first comic from Huntsville coming up to host the show. Clean show. And she's like, all right, Spice Fest, how the fuck are you? And, oh God, I'm sorry. Oh God, I fucked up. I'm sorry. Oh, it was like 2 in the first 30 seconds. I get it. It's tough to do clean comedy or whatever. It's just, if you have a retail job, like, I'm sure that you're not every day just going, oh yeah, you should probably get this one. That one's a fucking piece of shit. And, we have the ability to edit ourselves. This is still real life up here, guys. Like, when you get on the stage, it's still real life. I think we could censor ourselves. Maybe we can't. I don't know. But there's a place for profanity. There's a place for profanity. I think it was Jean-Paul Sartre that said, you put some fuck, then some shit, then some fuck, then some shit, and it's a fuck shit stack. A fuck shit stack. That might have been Reggie Watts. I get Sartre and Reggie Watts confused a lot. I was educated in Alabama. That was very condescending, because you all know I am not from Alabama. I was educated by the internet, thank you very much, and private Baptist school in Baltimore, where they believed that the universe was 6,000 years old. And I ended up in Rocket City. Thank God the internet caught me up to where you guys are. But yeah, no, the Alabama education system, if you just look at the numbers, it was, at one point, it was like 48 next to Mississippi at 49th or something like that. It was rough. But it's risen in recent years up to like 34th or something, that's not bad. I mean, that's a solid D+ work, Alabama, and I appreciate it, roll tide. But, like I said, I came from Baltimore City, and like, the governor, I figure attribute it to the governor, and I've got this weird thing that, like, maybe it's an art, I grew up around John Waters, okay, that director John Waters, Crybaby, Hairspray, Pecker, he did a lot of good films. And I swear, Governor Bentley looks like John Waters if he shaved his mustache and got, like, slightly more heterosexual. Not much, just, like, slightly more heterosexual. And I'm starting to believe, because John Waters is an artistic guy, I'm starting to believe that maybe John Waters has been doing an art project for the last, like, decade or so, and he is Governor Bentley and improved the system. I don't know. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I got distracted. I got a notification on my phone. Guys, Monica Nevi followed me back on Twitter. I'm sorry, I was distracted the whole show. This is so great. We can DM back and forth now and like have like digital pajama parties, and we could watch the series Fargo, like the TV series Fargo, and okay, she just unfollowed me. All right, okay. Jim Brewer did the same thing just recently. It was heartbreaking. I love Half Baked. It was good. And I had a thing with Ralphie May. Can I talk about that? Can we just talk about it for Ralphie May. You guys know Ralphie May. It's hard to avoid Ralphie May. He's out there. He does things. He's a national touring comedian. Mad respect. So Ralphie May tweeted out the other day to all the haters out there, suck my big fat millionaire dick. And I was like, oh, okay. And for some reason, I don't know, I just had a hair, and I replied, I was like, oh, would it help me get booked on a show? Because I hear that's how that works. Because it's an old entertainment industry joke. If you work in the entertainment industry, like it's who you know, yes, it's also who you love. Like it's all about stroking egos and whatnot. But so he comes back to me, he's like, no, Joel, you have to have humor and wit, and you have exhibited neither. With just a hint of cunt, you're a hipster comic. And I'm like, ooh, I just got the smackdown from Ralphie May. And then I realized that my next show was with a couple of Seattle comedians it was the Blanket Fort tour, and I had everybody bring blankets out and wear their pajamas, and then I sang Wheels on the Bus. I am a hipster comic, he was right. And so I owe Ralphie May an apology or something. The only thing that I take umbrage with is that Ralphie May said with just a hint of cunt. The medical term is borderline personality disorder, Ralphie. I'm not big onto like PC comedy, but just get it medically right, please. Okay, I have one last thing to do for you, and I need a volunteer for that. I need a volunteer for this last little thing here, sir. Sir, you, please come up to stage. Oh, I don't know if we'll both fit. Okay. If we're gonna have a blanket fort, we gotta use the blanket fort. And I just need you to do like a little thing here. I'm gonna tuck into the blanket fort. Sir, if you don't mind, you can tuck into the blanket fort over here. Will you do that? I want to point out, by the way, that part of this blanket fort is a Snuggie. This flap here is a Snuggie. We're donating a Snuggie to the first stop. Okay. I just wanted to. Okay. I just wanted to ask, like, am I needy? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your volunteer. There you go. Oh my God. And guys, again, thank you so much for the donating of the blankets. We're gonna take it to a homeless shelter, and that's awesome. I'm thinking about doing another charity thing. I heard about the Rose of Sharon is having trouble staying funded. So if any of you have a rich uncle, because I know none of you have money, it's a free comedy show, who am I kidding? If you have a rich uncle, tweet me at awkward handle with the tag, hashtag made my uncle. And and we're gonna make somebody's uncle give money to the Rose of Sharon. So thank you, Maggie Meyers. You have been great. I, on the other hand, have been Joel Elliott.
Joel Elliott, everybody. All right, guys, that brings us to the headline portion of this evening.